Look who's back. This is day 2 of 30 days of filming every day for 30 days. So in today's video, I will be going over my editing workflow for when it comes to shooting a video shoot, and what I do when I come back home and start editing it on the laptop. As from previous video, I didn't get to reorganize my room. As you can see, it's looking a bit like a bomb site at the moment. So before we do anything, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee, as always, tradition. And then we are gonna start by reorganizing everything. If you don't know who I am, don't know why you're watching this, my name's Leandro. I'm a fitness and bodybuilding videographer from the UK, and I run a content creation business called Created by Leandro. If you are someone who is within those spaces and you are looking for someone to create content for your business, or even just for yourself, then you can drop me a message on my Instagram link, and just let me know that you came from YouTube. Coffee sorted. So, there's a lot of tidying up, cleaning, reorganizing that we need to do. But before I do start, and you want to see what I get up to in the next 28 days, again, like I mentioned in the last video, there's going to be some education, some valuable stuff circled around, videography, editing, running a business. I've been running my business for the last 4 or 5 years. I've been in self-employed for about coming up year and a half, I believe. So I know a few things. I'm not a guru. I myself, I've got a business coach to help me out. His name is Gordon Greenhorn. He goes by Greenhorn Creative on Instagram. I'll leave a link down below for his Instagram. But before I start tidying up, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and also leave a comment down below if there's anything in particular that you want me to cover. It will obviously help me fill out these next 28 days, because I think I managed to come up with about 16 video ideas. Now, I've got some client shoots as well booked within now and 28 days time. So it will be a mixture of educational stuff, but also kind of day in the life, and really what I get up to on shoots. The main challenge I know I'm gonna face is trying to film behind the scenes whilst I'm filming. So I will need to try and figure out how I'm gonna attack that part. Now, I don't know if this looks appetizing, but honestly, the taste, 10 out of 10. We're gonna get on to my editing workflow after a video shoot. First of all, in terms of the software that I use, Premiere Pro, I actually started off using Sony Vegas. I managed to get a free version back in the day. I've dabbled with Camtasia as well, but I just wasn't really getting on with it. I was using it more for the screen capture that you could get alongside the actual editing software. So what I do for each video shoot, I've already made it here, but usually what I do is I will create a main folder if there's like a series of videos I'm doing, or if there's a client I work with frequently, I'll have their name, and then a subfolder with like either what we did at the shoot, or in this case, this is yesterday's video, which is day 1, and then another subfolder within it. I've got a folder just for the footage, and a folder for the project files, and anything else that I use within the video to also create it. So we are currently on Premiere Pro, and we're gonna go and try and find the footage, and then make sure that the project location is saved in the correct project folder. So go ahead and create a project. Don't know how many times I'm going to say projects in this video. So usually I like to be very organized with my folders. I like to have a folder for footage, a folder for the sequences if I'm doing different types of edits for the same shoot, and also if I've got like loads of B-roll or assets, stock footage, I will also create a separate folder for that, as well as audio, sound effects. I just want everything to be all in folders, because otherwise you'll have a very messy project bin, and it's just going to be such a pain in the ass. So for example, I have sequences, and then I will have audio, footage, B-roll, and sound effects. So now I'm going to go ahead and bring the footage in, drag and drop into the footage bin, and then within here I'm going to create a sequence, 4K. Now if you guys want to know the sequences I'm using, I can go into a bit more detail about that on a different video, so leave a comment down below and like the video if you want to see that. Sequence name, I tend to just put, sometimes I'll put the title of the video, so in this case it's my editing workflow, or my video editing workflow YouTube. So mainly with my YouTube work, I do obviously the YouTube video itself, and I also do a YouTube trailer to go on social media. So usually what I would do is have the main landscape YouTube sequence, and then I'll create a second sequence with the Instagram Reel sequence settings. So this one can be my video editing workflow trailer. Put it as Reel at the end. So you've obviously got the Instagram Reel dimensions in vertical, and then this one is in landscape. So what we're going to do is drag and drop all the footage in. Here I am, and obviously as you can see, in terms of the dimensions that I filmed it and the dimensions of the actual sequence, you've got the black bars here. So usually what I'll do is increase it by 10%, copy, Command A, deselect this one, right click, paste attributes. So now all of them will have filled out the screen. And then something else that I do as well is I will usually add a sharpen effect, put it to about 20%, and then I will increase the saturation by 10% just so it's got that little bit of pop. And also, if you are a video editor yourself, you might notice that sometimes when you export a video, it will come out a bit washed out. I can't remember the exact description or explanation as to why, but I've seen a forum, or some people saying it online, that you can counterattack it by increasing the saturation by 10 to 20%. So that's what I do now for all the footage. Let's imagine I've already done all the chopping, all the cutting, etc., and I want to add music. So as you probably already know, YouTube doesn't allow any music to be used. If it's like stuff you'd listen on the radio, on Spotify, etc., because obviously it's going to get flagged up. So what do I use when it comes to music? So I use artlist.io. I've used Epidemic Sounds. I've used many other different websites, and sometimes I just don't. It gets to a point where I get bored of the music that they've got. So I've been switching it up. So far I'm happy with artlist.io, and they've also come up with stock footage, templates for editing, plugins, apps as well, so it's pretty cool. I don't use it, I just strictly use it for music and for sound effects. So I'll go ahead, find a track I like. Something I do, again, I fucking love being organized, is I have my own editing assets folder with everything, and I mean everything I use to create my edits. And if there's like a track I like that I reckon I'd use again on a YouTube video, I'll add it under my backing track folder, and then go into YouTube tracks. If we go back onto Premiere Pro, and then we will bosh that in and have it there. So in terms of assets like lower thirds, any graphics, like you can see if I just bring this YouTube asset into the video, you'll see it's got the little animation, like, subscribe, bell notification. Most of these animations, I get it from a website called Mixkit, which is here. Super cool website. You can get so much stuff for free. and it works for Premiere Pro, After Effects, Final Cut, and DaVinci Resolve. So it's super useful. I swear by this when it comes to like any edits, any animations that I want to use on a video, because I'm not the most well-versed person on After Effects, which is another software I use, but the majority of the time I tend to find a template of an animation I want to include in a video and then try and change it up to suit the video and to my liking. And then obviously when it comes to doing thumbnails, I simply usually find a scene in the actual video itself. So if we go, we'll use Charlie for example. Usually what I'll do is a Shift E, and then what you can do is you can export the frame of what the screens currently look like. Browse, find the correct folder, so we can create creative work every day, day one, project, choose, and then usually it will just be the name of the title, and at the end of it I'll just add still. And then once I've done that, I will go into Photoshop, create my thumbnail, export it from there, and then obviously put it onto YouTube. So that is my current video editing workflow after a video shoot, and that's also the same thing I do for my remote clients who film the clips themselves and send it over to me. If there's anything you guys want to see in particular within this video and you want me to go in depth a bit more, let me know. There will be another editing workflow video, but this one is for after I've done a photo shoot with a client. So I might time it to the same time as when I go and do Charlie's group photo shoot on the weekend. So that's going to be a challenge as well, with having a photo shoot to do plus trying to find the time to squeeze in some filming. So if you've enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment down below of whether you enjoyed it, whether you didn't, what would you do differently, what type of video do you want to see, and make sure you turn on the bell notification because I want to be uploading for 30 days and I don't want you guys to miss any of it. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you are a individual who's got a business in the bodybuilding and fitness industry, or you're just someone who's really into the gym and who wants to get some content for their social presence, I will leave a link below to my Instagram page so you guys can send me a message, and you can just say that you came from YouTube and you're wanting to book in with me. I shall see you in the next video.